right, so this location that I'm currently at brings back so many memories for me, so many bad memories. Some of y'all may not know I quit my job almost a year ago, and I haven't been back here since. I haven't come to this parking garage. I haven't, but I was feeling negative energy in my spirit, and I wanted to take today to just reflect on how far I've come so that I can remind myself that I am progressing, I am worthy, I am growing, I am maturing, I am becoming what I set out to be before I quit. Working at this location was extremely toxic for me mentally, spiritually, physically. I used to drink all the time. Every day I was drinking myself to sleep. Every day I was crying. And being back here, it brings back so many memories, but it's so positive to be here now because of what I've accomplished in the 10 months that I've been gone. Now, I think that sometimes it's really hard to always stay positive, especially when negative things are pushed on us every day. Like, look at the stuff that's posted on the Shade Room. Everything is pretty negative. It's gossip, it's negativity, reality TV, everything. Our world is just full of negative energy, and we have to consciously provide more positive energy into our day-to-day. So I woke up pretty down. It was a number of things that just kind of got my anxiety going today. But I was like, you know what? I haven't taken a day to intentionally be positive. So I decided that this day would be that day. So I wanted to come here and just reflect on life, and just being here is so crazy. 5.5 years I spent here hating life, feeling purposeless, being teased, being bullied, and here I am 10 months later, and I run my own business. But I needed to be here. I needed to sit here for a while and just reflect. Just seeing the door and the sidewalk that I'm sitting in front of right now. I used to walk up and down the sidewalk every day, and now I don't have to. It's crazy how things work. And now that I'm where I'm at and I can reflect on everything, I truly appreciate the way that I was treated here. I appreciate it because if I wasn't treated this way, or if I wasn't treated that way, I wouldn't be where I am now. I wouldn't have the drive that I have now. I wouldn't have gained the courage to leave, because if I'm treated well out of the job, why would you leave? There's no reason to leave. You're happy. So being miserable and being unhappy it was a blessing. They did bless me. They really did. And I didn't see it at the time. At the time I was like, why me? Why are they doing this? Why are they treating me like this? Da, 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 da. But now that I'm 10 months out, I'm like, I'm glad they did. I'm glad that they made me miserable here, because if they didn't, I would not have the drive that I have now. I wouldn't have gained the courage to quit, And so I'm so thankful that I pulled up here in this garage and sat here to just reflect on everything, just to reflect on life. And you know, it's crazy. I always wondered, how would I feel coming back? Like, what emotions would come through my head? And being here now, it's it's crazy. Like, it's so crazy. It's so crazy. So I'm just gonna sit here for a few more minutes and I just want to take it all in. I just want to absorb it. I want to remember it so that the next time I'm feeling negative, I can think to myself, well, you quit your 9 to 5. The only income that I didn't have anything saved up, honestly. I was making about $3,000 a month after taxes and insurance. And for the month of April, I made $14,000. Sitting with my bench buddies, because I worked in a lab, so just the way that the lab was set up, you had like your own assigned bench, right? And I had 2 bench buddies, and I remember just saying randomly sometimes, like, could you imagine being able to do what you want to do when you want to do it and not have to clock in and clock out, not having to use PTO, not having to ask for permission to leave early? Like, could you imagine life like that? And I remember they would look at me like, what are you talking about? Like nobody understood the vision. Like, I really think people thought I was crazy here. Like, nobody could really understand what I was talking about. Like, it's just crazy, the wild conversations I would have with them just about running a business, and people would just look at me like, girl, bye. People would really just think I was crazy. And when I quit, I was so scared. I was terrified. I held it together, of course, and I was excited to leave. But the unknown was so scary to me. That was probably the scariest thing I ever did, excuse me. I remember all those crazy conversations. I would tell people, start a business. There was a girl who I worked with, she baked. She's a really good baker. And I would tell her, start a business, start your baking business. You can do it. I don't know. I just always wanted people, especially because you do become a family with the people that you work with, whether you like them or not. I'm not talking about management, but as far as like your coworkers, where you're on the same level, the same playing field, you do grow a bond, because like I said, you spend more time with them than you do with your loved ones. And it's like, I just always wanted to see them do more than this. And some of them, you know, the lab is, you know, where their heart is, and if that's the case, I'm happy for them. But for the other people that I worked with who were just as miserable as me, who hated it here as well, I really wanted them to envision what I envisioned, no matter how crazy it sounded. And I know they didn't understand what I was talking about as far as starting a business, making your own schedule, being your own boss, owning your own 24 hours. They couldn't imagine that. But I could imagine it. And now I'm doing it. all the tears, all the tears that I cried here. Wow. I cried a lot of tears here. A lot of tears. A lot of tears. It just feels so good, you guys. It really does. Now my business is on my phone. Another phone, and then the phone I'm recording this on. I have 3 phones that I carry around. This one is for YouTube content, and then this one's my personal phone, and then this one's my phone with all my content for OnlyFans and things like that. I know people thought I was crazy. Like, that's the funniest part. Like, and I'm not mad. I'm not mad. It's not what we're taught. We're not taught to think like this. We're not taught this in college. We're not taught this. We're taught to work. We see our parents going to work every day. Most of them hate their jobs as well. But 401k plans and retirement benefits, right? I'm so glad I'm different. I'm so glad I saw something different. I swear to God, I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful. I really am. I really am. And I wish that other people could see that they can do this too, whether it's OnlyFans or anything. Because I'm mad at myself for the amount of time that I let go by being fearful of the unknown. So I'm mad at myself for that. But everything happens for a reason. And the universe didn't think I was ready to do what I'm doing now. So I believe that's why I was fearful for so long. Maybe my maturity level wasn't there. Maybe I wasn't dreaming as big as I am now. I don't know. You know, everything happens for a reason. It happened when it needed to happen. I don't know what it is, but I really want other people to do it too. I'm not special. I'm not smarter. I'm just a woman with big dreams. But I'm glad I came. I'm glad I came here. I really just wanted to reflect and just think about how far I've come. I've come pretty far.